Hi everyone, it's Lauren, and I decided to do my presentation on Google Earth, specifically checking out the Google Lit Trips website and corresponding, I guess, applications for Google Earth. I've already had and used Google Earth for a while now, so it was interesting to see the Google Lit Trips and how that kind of information could be integrated into the classroom. Specifically, since I'm going to be teaching secondary English, went for the 9 to 12 section. Um, and if it loads, let me try again. There we go. It looks like there are quite a few to choose from. Although there also seems to be a lot left to be done, a lot of different projects that could be added, and that is one of the things that I took note of. Is that I noticed that students can create their own lit trips. A lot of the lit trips on this page here are done by students. I noticed that I believe the Big Two-Hearted River by Ernest Hemingway, yes, student created. So this would be a fantastic project for students, in classroom project or, something like that. Besides that, once you download, one of these lit trips and you open it up in Google Earth, it is just plain cool to look at. It uses the standard Google Earth sort of layout, and you can go through. I chose Grapes of Wrath, which is one of my favorite novels. Um, and you can start, at the beginning, and it will, give you an overview of the Grapes of Wrath and tell you a little bit about it. But then it actually maps out the Jode family's, adventure or their trip from Oklahoma to California. And you can click on each one of these little sections here, and it will go through. Let me see if it works. Okay, let me try zooming in here and showing you. So you can go, you can follow their route, and then, somewhere along the road, these types of things you can click on. And whenever you do that, it'll bring up information. This one is chapter 17, the life in the camps, and it talks all about it. It gives some cool things about this is it provides the students with a visual representation of the novel, and it actually connects the story to actual locations and makes it seem more realistic, and really gains the attention of the students along the way. And these little, pop-out sections you know, provide further reading, story analysis, and activities to do, which would be perfect for the classroom. As you're reading through Grapes of Wrath, you could follow along, at each point, and then have these, activities along the way. And one of the other things I noticed is, as you get as you're going through the story, you eventually get to the point where they're staying in this government camp. And it's neat because it was called Weed Patch, and that's the actual name of, if I can click on one of these, the camp in real life. And there's an actual, they show photos whenever that is, whenever that's the case. And you can even, read more about life in Weed Patch. There's weedpatchcamp.org. And it really connects the story with actual places and events in real life. It talks about the Dust Bowl Festival. And you can see that the camp is still used today by migrant workers. Um, So it gives you a lot of that connection to outside resources outside of Google Earth, as well as gives you just some overview and review of the different chapters while you're inside Google Earth. Um, so that is basically some of the benefits of using Google Earth specifically for the Google Lit trips. Um, like I said, I think that it would be an awesome project for students to create their own lit trip. It would be perfect as a group project because it would immerse the students in the story by providing these sort of real to life details. So that's it, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again soon.